welcome to my Mafia Romance Readathon vlog I'm hoping to do. Figured I'd show you at least some of the books I'm going to read, or I'm going to try to read. I have 2 more coming this morning, physical books, and then I have a bunch of Kindle ones that I could choose from, but my priority is the physical ones. So I have 4 now, and I have 2 more coming. So if I could read all 6, that'd be good. But I think once the other 2 come, I'm going to do try a chapter on these and see which one I want to start with. So I got When She Unravels, Till Tomorrow Comes, Rockville Lullaby, and then Mine to Protect. And then I've got 2 more coming. One by Georgia Cates. I think it's called Necessary Sins. And then another one, Queen of the Vengeance something, maybe. I forgot. And then I had bought a bunch of digital bookmarks on Etsy from a couple places, but a lot from the Wit and Glitter Company. And she has a Mafia set. So I printed and laminated those. So I'm all set for my Mafia bookmarks. So she just got You Had Me at Mafia Romance Club. My book boyfriend is a Mafia boss. And in my Mafia romance era. And I love the bookmarks from that place. I'll try to link it. So anyway, I think I'm going to do a try chapter. So I'll update you. But I'm going to wait, I think, until I get the other 2 books. They're supposed to come by 11. I want to make some bath bombs, too. So I thought I could listen to one of my books while I'm making them. So I've got this one for Mafia Romance. And then I thought I might do these too. These are for BDSM, but, you know, they're kind of in the same vein. So I may make some bath bombs to show you guys at least sometime during the readathon. I'll post a video of me making some of these Mafia themed bath bombs. But that's the update for now. I think when I vlog or take notes or things like that, I seem to absorb the story better. So I'm really looking forward to vlogging, because then I can talk more about the book as I'm reading it. In those cases, you just won't see my face, because I'm going to try to update as much as I can. So until my next update, this is for the Mafia Romance Readathon, put on by the Book Refuge, Jen, Honest Fiction, Melissa something, I think. I forgot her last name. And That Tall Book Girl, Cheyenne. So I'm going to try to do some of the sprints and live shows and things that they're having. So I'm really excited about this readathon. I need it for my book slump. So I will update you in a little while. Hello. So this is another update for my vlog. I got my 2 more books that I was waiting on. Vengeance of a Mafia Queen and A Necessary Sin. So I have these 6 to do. I could do a try chapter, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I just don't know which one to start with. Maybe I should start with the shortest one. This one, because at least, like, you know, I'll get that finished, but we'll see. And my notebook, take notes. And then I remembered I had these, which are like reading prompts, like questions to ask while you're reading or after you've read a book, to help you write a review or discuss the book. So I thought I would use these maybe so that I get really good with the details. I also have another thing that has some prompts on it, another set of cards, but I had this one for a while, which is good for like book clubs and stuff. This is my hobby pod, I think is the name, and it's just digital and you print the questions. So I might use some of these. I think I'm going to laminate them. And like I said, I got my notebooks. I could take notes. So I think my first order of business is try a chapter and read them. So that's what I'm going to do soon. So I'll update you any reading or anything I get done for the readathon, but I can definitely focus on a readathon because I need it because of the slump. So I'll update you in a while, hopefully after I'm showered and I can be on camera and when I've actually read anything. So I'll see you soon. just did try a chapter for these 6 books. I'm not sure which one. I think I'm gonna start with this one because it's the shortest and I could get through it. But this one is really intriguing me most, I think. I made some notes for each book. So this one starts the main character is a child, so there's some childhood trauma that happens, and then fast forward to present, she seeks out like the Scottish Mafia for revenge, so it should be interesting. And then let's see, this one, Vengeance on the Mafia beginning. There's like, I don't know, 6 or 7 pages of the family layouts, so you can reference back when you're reading, like who belongs to which families and stuff like that. So I like that. It starts off with her like being really tough, and she's about to like kind of do something, like a guy's trying to pick her up in a bar, and she's gonna do something, I don't know, shoot him down in some way. But she's out for revenge for some childhood trauma. Starts off with the main, I assume the main character on her wedding day, about to get married. She's been with the guy for like 2 years, but she's like unsure about marrying him. And I think it ends up being a runaway bride situation. And she gets on a plane and ends up having a one-night stand with someone in the Bratva. So that sounds really good. And then Until Tomorrow Comes. This one I like because it's got trigger warnings for people who need it, and I didn't really. And then playlists. I don't always follow them, but I like to have them if I want to. But it's good, and there's a prologue apparently that was separate at one point, but she's got it included in here, and it's like forbidden love. You know, he's from the mafia, she's an innocent, but he can't stay away from her, so it sounds cute so far. And Mind to Protect. It starts out with our main character, Alliston, who they call King, because he's the mafia. He's the head of some part of the mafia, because his mom died, his dad died, his sister died, and he feels responsible for some of that. And then he meets up with a girl who we haven't met yet, and her mother was murdered 18 years ago, and it has mafia ties, so it leads her to him, so they meet up eventually, and I'm sure it's like enemies to lovers, and it sounds really good so far. So like they all sound there. I want to read them all right now. I can't even tell you what order. I think I'm gonna read this one first just because it's short and I can finish it, and then I think I might pick up this one next. After that, I have no clue. So that's my update for now. I'm gonna go get comfy and read more of my book. Taking a root beer float break. It's hard to read a physical book and drink a root beer float, so I'm kind of just sitting here for a minute, but I'm reading Unnecessary Sin by Georgia Cates. So, see what I mean? My drink's gonna fall over here. So, just not much of an update, but I'm reading that, and I will update you when there's something to update. So just a quick update. It's Friday, so it's the second day of the readathon, and I haven't finished a book. I'm always slow, but I'm reading it physically. I'm not listening to it, so I can't multitask and get anything else done that needs to get done around the house or whatever. And some like cutting labels and stuff like that. So usually I can listen to an audio and multitask, but anyway, I can't do that. So I'm trying to read these physically. I may make an exception and listen to one of them while I make some Mafia Romance bath bombs, maybe tomorrow or Sunday. I have my grandson's baseball game tomorrow, so I don't know how long we'll be. Probably won't be gone very long, but I spend my weekends with my husband mostly, so it's hard to get a lot of reading in. But if he can watch whatever he wants, he's like, go ahead, read. Great, that's wonderful. Because usually I dictate the TV. Anyway, I'd really like a root beer float, but I'm out of root beer, and I don't want to go to the store. But anyway, I just printed out the Mafia Romance bingo board and the points card thing to put in my notebook to keep track, because I don't know what this book fits in yet, but I'm liking it. I'm on chapter 4, so I'm gonna get to reading and stop talking, and I will update you when I've read some more, maybe when I finish this, because it's pretty short. Let me see. It's a trilogy, of course. 217 pages. And then I'll have to order the next in the trilogy, or the rest of the trilogy, but that's okay if I like it. And I think I looked all of mine up that I'm reading, and they're all part of series. So I'm like, should I wait and read the first book and see if I like it, or what should I do? Probably a good idea. All right. Enough talking. More reading. See you soon. Yay, Jeffrey! Jeffrey! Bring it home!
Nice hit!
Yay, Jeffrey! Woo! So I've been making notes in this notebook for different things, like the live shows and my TBR, other recommendations, that sort of thing. So I printed out the points and the bingo board to put on in my book. And so far for this first book, which I'm almost done with, I've got 2 extra points there, and then I've got a few on my bingo board. So I have about maybe like 25 pages left of the book that I'm reading now, Necessary Sin by Georgia Cates. And then I'll probably pick up When She Unravels next, I think. But what I really want is to read the next book in the series, but I don't have it yet, and I'd like to get a good variety in too, and the others are part of series 2. So if I like these first books, then I can complete the series, hopefully. But I'll update you once I'm finished and what I thought about my current book, and then what I'm going to read next. So I'll talk to you soon.
Because everyone's chicken, but not you, Tom. You're not chicken. I read your book. You're mostly nuts, berries, and avocados.
So these are my Mafia Romance bath bombs. Maybe I'll try to shrink and if they can. All right, I gotta go get cleaned up and get ready to go to the store. So I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna continue the series even though the readathon is over because it ends like kind of on a cliffhanger. So these are the 3 books. So I only finished 1 book for the Mafia Romance Readathon, and it was this one, and I loved it. And it's introduced me to the series. And like I said, I've read a series by her before, years ago, but this one's really good. And it ends on a cliffhanger, so I ordered the 2nd book and the 3rd book, and they're all shortish, so that's nice. So even though the readathon's over, I think I'm going to continue with this series because I'm really interested. So it's kind of hard to talk about because it is a series, but her name is Blue. Well, she changed her name, but there was some childhood trauma. Her mom was killed and she was like hiding in her room under the bed, and then they shot her mother. She could hear it, and then they shot her dog, and then they came in and found her and smothered her with a pillow and left her for dead. And then she didn't die, and the FBI agent that was in charge of the case took her, like adopted her and taught her how to fight and all different stuff. And then so of course she goes to seek revenge, and the mafia that's involved is in Scotland. I don't know what they call themselves the Fellowship, but I don't know if it's the Scottish Mafia or what. I guess it must be. And she meets Sinclair, but they call him Sin, and he's the son of the boss. So he's in line to take over, and she's trying to get to his dad because his dad is the one who killed her mom and tried to kill her. And so she tries to get close to the son so she can get close to the dad. And of course, things happen, and she gets attached, and he gets attached, and it complicates everything. So, and again, it ends on like a cliffhanger, so it's really good. It's not super predictable, but it's easy to follow. It doesn't have like too many unnecessary details. Like sometimes with Mafia, they get like really detailed into the Mafia stuff, and sometimes that like gets me, I get bored if they're talking too much about all the Mafia politics. And this isn't like that. They don't, it's more about, I mean, it's about the Mafia, but it's about their relationship too, and how he's not just some tough guy, even though everyone's like scared of him. And There's disability rep in here. The hero, it's a spoiler, I guess. He's an amputee, so he had his, like, below his knee, I think. So he has a prosthesis, and he doesn't tell anybody because it makes him seem weak, he thinks. But he was shot in the leg, so they had to take his leg. And he entrusts our heroine, Blue, with that because, you know, they're together, so they get together, so she's gonna see it. And so anyway, like, she just starts falling in love with him, and he starts falling in love with her, and all that good stuff. So it was perfect, and I can't wait to finish the series. So I guess that's the end of my Mafia Romance Readathon. Sadly, I didn't read more, but I had fun, and, you know, I finished a book, so that's good because I've been in the worst slump ever for, like, months, so hopefully this will break it. So I'll talk to you soon. I hope you liked it. And thanks to all the ladies who put on the readathon. Jen from the Book Refuge. I think it's Jackie Kennedy. No. Something Kennedy. And then Honest Fiction. And then that tall book girl, Cheyenne. Were the hosts. And I have the bingo board and everything I have to fill out.